Hello, guys, and welcome to Football Fandom UK. How's it going? So tonight we're here for a live stream for Hearts in the Europa Conference League. Before tonight's game started, Hearts mathematically could have still qualified, but unfortunately, um, due to other results, Fiorentina winning in the other game earlier kickoff, Hearts can no longer qualify to go any further in the competition. So unfortunately, Hearts playing for pride tonight more than anything else. But it's still an important game for the club because if they can get a win, it'll improve the amount of money that they can generate through being involved in the Europa League, Conference League. And for a club like Hearts, the money they can earn in Europe is massive, absolutely massive. So we're still looking for hopefully a positive performance from the Hearts players and hopefully a win. As like I say, in regards to the club's finances, it's still a very, very important game. So disappointing that unfortunately they can't qualify now, but like I said, that's due to the earlier kickoff with Fiorentina winning. But I did schedule it, hoping that Hearts still had something to play for, because, like I said, before tonight's games, they did. So, yeah, guys, uh, great to have you with us. If you're just joining us, please do hit that like button and drop your comments in the chat. All live streams we do for match watch-alongs, very much to obviously keep an eye on the game we're watching, but also to talk to you guys about all aspects of football within the UK. So, yeah, I want to hear from you tonight, guys. Unfortunately, not been able to get on the last couple of days because of work commitments and stuff, but back with it, keeping the momentum going tonight. Obviously, like I say, lots to keep an eye on in the Europa League and the Europa Conference League as well tonight, with other games going on. So yeah, guys, like I say, want to hear from you. So the teams are out. Just bear with me a second, guys. Just gonna see if I can share some details with you guys if possible, because I've been forgetting to do this. So just bear with me a second, guys. Obviously, still getting. Just bear with me a second, guys. Hopefully, this will work. There we go. So there we go, guys. Just sharing the team news with you guys, so you can see that now on the screen. Obviously, Hearts going with a pretty strong lineup in respect of the formation. I'm not sure about obviously players because I'm not familiar with Hearts' regular team. To be fair, obviously you guys that are Scottish fans would probably know a lot better than me if this is Hearts' normal lineup. I do know one or two of their players. One that sticks out on me that I think is a change tonight from what they've been playing is Lawrence Shankland, who I believe did well in the league game, the previous league game. So I heard. Um, so obviously, from Hearts' point of view, um, that's like I said, that hopefully will help them tonight with respect to getting on the score sheet and getting some goals. So yeah, like I say, I believe they got another striker on their books. I think it's a lone player from Wigan. So I believe I forget his name now. But he, apart, like I said, I don't know if Hearts have been rotating it. Um, but like I say, it's it looks like a strong lineup: four at the back, three in midfield, and three up front. So hopefully we'll expect plenty of opportunities created tonight from Hearts. Um, so yeah, like I said, guys, drop your comments in the chat. Want to hear from you guys about tonight's game or any other footballing topics you want to talk about across the UK. Like I said, I do these live streams to involve you guys. Game's just kicked off, guys. It's obviously just literally kicked off, so we're only just getting going. Let's see what you guys who've in the chat. Hello, Dylan. How's it going, mate? Hi, guys. Hope you're doing well. Unfortunately, won't be able to join the stream live tonight, but I will give it a rewatch when I can. Hope it goes well, and we'll speak to you soon. No worries, mate. Obviously, I think you, as you explained to me the other day, you've got quite a bit going on at the minute, mate. So no problem. Appreciate you dropping in, and like I say, hope everything is going well with you. And yeah, hopefully I'll catch you on the next stream or maybe over the weekend. So yeah, thanks for that, Dylan. Appreciate it, mate. So we just a minute in, guys, and just see what's occurring with Hearts. Obviously, it's like I said, guys, it's a difficult one. This because obviously Hearts fans and Scottish fans generally will be hopefully would have been interested in Hearts doing okay in this one because it's important. It's important for Scottish football. It's There's a lot of aspects of across UK football that over the time when as we get the channel and the project going, there's going to be a lot of aspects of football we're going to be talking about. But one of the ones we will probably cover um, as the channel grows and as the project grows is the question mark with regards to Scottish clubs in Europe because there is, for me, on my part anyway, guys, there's a lot of question marks need to be asked about Scottish football because for the simple reason we're having too many Scottish clubs that have had, potentially do okay in Scotland and then go into European competitions and just struggle so much to compete. And the question has to be asked: is that in relation? Is that a reference to the league? Is it an indication that because the league is obviously what some may call a league that's not as competitive. It does that is that impacting and hindering the Scottish clubs having a chance of competing in Europe? Like I say, before tonight's game kicked off, guys, or before, should I say, before any of the Europa League games kicked off tonight. Hearts, and the Hearts have got an early goal with a cross from the right hand side. Shanklin sliding in to score. So it's a positive start. 3 minutes in, guys. And yeah, that was a beautiful cross and well worked from the Hearts team. Like I say, I think the formation they're playing tonight could result in them scoring a couple of goals if they thingy. But yeah, that was a great team goal. Crossed down the right hand side, and then tapped in towards the box or crossed in towards the box, and Shankland sliding in. It was a bit of a coming together with Shankland and the keeper, and hopefully the goalkeeper's okay. But you cannot. You can't blame him for going for that. The keeper didn't have it. It was and he slid it straight into the net. Like I said, the keeper's still down, unfortunately. So hopefully he's not seriously injured. But yeah, I think he felt the full impact of that, guys. So yeah, just hearing that Shankland's now into double figures since he's been with Hearts. So that's good news for Hearts fans. Go obviously for the remainder of the league campaign. But yeah, it was a really good goal, guys. Really good team goal, and shows the intent of Hearts. But like I say, guys, I mean, I think they won the RFS. I think it was that they got their first European win in Europe and this season, and that's fantastic. But obviously, like I say, um, they've struggled against the other two teams in the group, and that is why, unfortunately, uh, Hearts won't be going any further in the competition. But like I say, as I said earlier at the start of the show, guys, it's important. It is an important game still for Hearts, not not because they can qualify, but it's important financially. Every in Europe, as I understand it, every club gets extra money based on their results. So if they win games, they basically generate more money for the club. And obviously, as we know, money is very tight in Scottish football. So that any wins, even at this stage of the competition, that Scottish clubs can get is only going to help them financially. And like I say, with the cash so tight for Scottish clubs, any extra revenue that they can generate or through playing in Europe is always going to be helpful. Um, to the club investing in more players in the future and bringing more new players in and investing in the infrastructure and stuff like that. Like I say, in the future, guys, I hope to be doing a lot more conversational talking points about Hearts and about Scottish football generally with regards to finance. But like I say, guys, unfortunately, um, we could talk about it at every opportunity, to be fair, but I think it's something that needs talking about and is maybe not being covered enough by other media um, organisations and stuff. But yeah, like I say, Hearts 1-0 up, 6 minutes in now, or just coming up to 7 minutes in, guys. And a good goal from Shankland. It looks like the goalkeeper seems to be all right. I think he felt the impact of it to start with, which is understandable. But yeah, it's like I say, guys, it's a good start, but under difficult circumstances playing tonight for Hearts. But like I say, if they can get the win, it'd be massive for the club financially. It'd be very, very helpful. Because, like I said, I'm not sure exactly how it works in the Europa Conference League financially, but I think it's the same as the Champions League. As I understand it, in the Champions League, don't quote me on this because this is just rough what I've heard. So I'm not saying it's exactly accurate, but apparently every game that a club wins in the Champions League, they get an extra 1.1 million. Oh, sorry, 1.5 million. Sorry. So that's 1.5 million extra pounds that every club can earn for every game they win in the Champions League. And I believe that the money might even increase when you get to the knockout stages. So obviously, if there's that kind of structure in the Europa League and the Europa Conference League, it's not going to be the same kind of money, but it still means that clubs like Hearts playing in it can generate more money because they're going to get paid more for the more they win. Which, like I say, would be very helpful for Hearts investing in the future and any Scottish club. To be fair, it's helpful because it potentially gives them a bigger pot to spend when a transfer window comes around to strengthen the team. So yeah, guys, 8 minutes in, and Hearts just defended what potentially could have been a tricky situation, but they got away with it and they managed to get it back up the other end of the field. But not much doing, and now it's gone back to the Hearts keeper. So we'll keep an eye on that, guys. Like I said, I'll come to comments in a minute. Just if you could, guys, just give a quick roundup in what's going on in the other games. There's only a couple other games going on tonight. In two in the Europa League involving English clubs, and two in the Europa Conference League. So yeah, like I said, guys, please do hit that like button and drop your comments because I want to hear from you guys tonight. Like I say, not done too much this season on the European games because it's just not felt right with my work commitments, unfortunately. So where we're right, so I'm just right. So we're off and running, and the Europa League games have kicked off. In the earlier kickoff, guys, Arsenal surprisingly lost to away at PSV 2-0. And United kicked off, Man United kicked off 12 minutes ago, and that's currently 0-0 with Sheriff. Obviously, um, would be expecting Man United to get a win tonight in against Sheriff. But it doesn't always work out like that. And like I said, guys, if you're just joining us, check out the scheduled stream for tomorrow night. Really important stream for any of you guys that are United fans. I've done a bit of research in preparation for this stream tomorrow night. It's not a match watch along. It's a talking point stream to talk specifically about Man United, the Glazers, and the finances and the crazy reported crazy asking price that the Glazers have decided to put on the table for anybody potentially interested in United. Um, I'm sure you guys have read about it in the media, but we'll be talking about that a lot more in depth and then in tomorrow night's live stream. So hopefully, if you can, guys, drop a like on that, and hopefully I'll see you in that stream tomorrow. Like I said, that's scheduled, so you can check out the channel and see that scheduled there, and put a reminder on if you need the reminder. I think I scheduled that for 6 o'clock tomorrow. So, like I said, it'd be great if you could join us because I would love some fan input because I've done quite a bit of research on that. And it's another goal for Hearts, guys. 2-0 up, Hearts. And that happened so quick. I can't. I'll have to watch the replay to see describe what went on. But yeah, good second goal for Hearts coming down the left hand side. Yeah, down the left hand side, passing it between two or three players, and it kind of fell right. And RFS basically caught standing as statues. Really, not enough movement from them, and it's as the Hearts players took the shot, just inside the box. It's kind of ricocheted off one of the RFS players through his legs and gone straight into the back of the net, giving the goalkeeper no chance. So yeah, 2-0 up for Hearts, 12 minutes in. If you guys, like I say, if you could drop the like on the channel, on the stream, be very much helpful. And also drop your comments. Want to hear from you guys tonight. And hear what you've got to say about any of the Europa League games going on or other footballing topics you guys might want to talk about in the UK. Um, let's see what you back to the comments, see what you guys are saying. But yeah, good start for Hearts. Stevie Allen, go on Hearts. Yep, absolutely, mate. Like I say, 2-0 up, 12 minutes in. So yeah, thanks for that, Stevie, and keep doing the great work you do behind the scenes, mate. Appreciated. Um, Aaron Hart, how's it going, mate? Welcome to the live stream. Finally doing a live stream for a Scottish club. So obviously, not the Scottish club you support, mate, but at least managing to finally get a bit of coverage on the channel for a Scottish club. So hopefully that's a positive. But yeah, hopefully we will cover something to do with Dundee United at some point in the future, mate. I have got it in my mind. So yeah, but Aaron is saying, "All right, guys, mate, how are you doing?" Yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate, and hopefully you're okay. Um, I'm presuming you are keeping your eye on the Man United game, mate. Being a Man United fan as well as a Dundee United fan, so I'm presuming you're watching the other game in the Europa League, mate. So thanks for dropping in, and hopefully, if you are watching that game, hopefully I can keep you up to date. As with what's going on with Hearts, obviously, you being a Scottish football fan, mate, I'm sure you're at least curious to see how they get on it. If maybe not bothered, but at least curious to see what the result is, mate. So yeah, thanks for that, Aaron. I appreciate you dropping in, mate. Um, Aaron also saying, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that PSV beat Arsenal. Seems like Arsenal are slipping up a bit. Yeah, I was thinking that myself, mate. Actually, as I seen the result, as Arsenal kind of, now starting to dip in form because it's a bit, they've started the season really well, consistently winning, and now they've kind of gone off the boil a bit. And the question is it going to be a consistent off the boil, or is it just a blip? Is it just a blip in the season? Because like I said, any club can have a blip, but with um, with them showing such a good start to the season, I'm sure a lot of people will be taking notice of the dip in form all of a sudden. So yeah, definitely, very much a shock to me as well, mate. To be honest, because I thought, well, it's particularly in the Europa League, they've been playing really, really well, haven't they? So a bit of a surprise result tonight from Arsenal. Humpy World, how's it going, mate? Appreciate dropping in. Um, I'm seeing emojis, but yeah, thanks, mate. Appreciate you dropping in. I'm presuming maybe you're dropping emojis because you're not able to talk or something. But yeah, thanks for very much for dropping in, mate. Always appreciated. I hope you're on the road to recovery and all, because I know obviously recently you were telling me that you'd just been in for an operation, mate. So hopefully you're well on the road to recovery there. Um, And yeah, like I say, mate, appreciate you dropping in and get trying to get involved anyway. Like I say, I'm presuming that maybe you're not able to talk, hence the emojis in the chat, mate. So, guys, a quick update on the game. It looks like Hearts Hearts really motivated tonight. It's disappointing, because I watched some of the previous game they played. I can't remember who it was they played, but it was foreign team. But I know I've watched some of the other games. I've not been able to watch full games, but I've watched when I've come in from work. I managed to catch the second half, stuff like that. And this is the thing with a lot of what I'm noticing with Scottish clubs. They can play football in Europe. The problem is they struggle a lot of times. I mean, obviously, Hearts not struggling at the minute tonight, but on a lot of occasions, we see Scottish clubs struggling to break teams down. Um, and like I say, and it's disappointing because as a football fan, I might be English, but as a football fan, guys, I want to see all UK clubs do well in Europe. I'm passionate about that. I don't hold any rivalries when UK clubs play in Europe. The rivalries that I have in football, I save till it matters. The rest of the time, especially when it comes to Europe, I just want to see UK clubs do well, and especially with Scottish clubs, because the money is so bad in Scottish football that these clubs not only can they help themselves by being involved in Europe and making some extra money that will massively help the club, but they can also do well for the country because the coefficiency, if all clubs get Scottish clubs taking part, do something to contribute to the coefficiency, then that benefits the entire Scottish league because more places become available for more Scottish clubs to get involved. So I know, and the reason I point that out, guys, is because I'm very much aware from learning about Scottish football over the last few years that the rivalries in Scotland are very intense, and that is cool. In league football and club cup football, that's cool. But when it comes to European football, it's beneficial that all Scottish fans try to get behind Scottish clubs, whatever Scottish club it is, even if it's the club you hate the most. Get behind them because them having positive results in Europe doesn't just help them, it helps the other Scottish clubs, it helps the league, it helps potentially getting more places available. And not only that, if you think about it, like a Celtic or a Rangers doing well in Europe, generating more money, where are they likely to invest that money? If they make more money in Europe, they're likely to invest that money in Scottish football by investing in the transfer market, and that'll mean that then potentially European money would start flowing better throughout the Scottish League because Scotland and Rangers, being pretty big clubs, have the power to outpay most clubs in Scotland financially. So if Scottish clubs could potentially start asking better asking prices for their players because they see that a particular club like Scott, for example, Rangers and Celtic do well in Europe and they've made some extra money out of it, then when they come knocking for that club's better players, that club can then demand a better asking price for the player. As we saw, there's too many Scottish clubs that are getting too little finance coming in from their players when they're selling their better players to the bigger club. The perfect example is the ridiculous amount of money that Liverpool paid Aberdeen for their youngster in the summer. I did a video about it. You can check it out on the channel. I did do a live stream or a video. I can't remember what it was now. But that really annoyed me. I think it was £6.5 million, and Aberdeen were only asking 10. And let's be honest, guys, to a club like Liverpool, £10 million is absolutely nothing. It's peanuts. But to a club like Aberdeen, it's massive money. Absolutely massive money. So, this is what I mean. Scottish clubs are so used to being starved of money that when they get offered a few million for a player, they want to grab it because they're so like I say, restricted for cash, and 3, 4, 5 million pound coming in at the club to the club that don't normally kind of get that extra kind of money is huge. But if the Scottish clubs that are playing in Europe start generating better money from being involved in Europe, then that would mean that would start the ball rolling of better finances running around the Scottish league between club to club for transfer of players, and then Scottish clubs would start to get used to getting that little bit better money and start asking for more respectable prices and not letting a club, for example, like Liverpool, who I think ripped off Aberdeen by only paying 6.5 million, um, and Aberdeen took it. You know, let's be honest, they took it. They chose to take it, but they were foolish to take it. They should have stuck out to get as close to 10 million as they possibly could from a club that could afford that kind of money very easily. But like I say, when you've got clubs starved of cash, then they tend to bow down to lesser prices. But that's just my opinion. Let me know your thoughts on it, guys. Like I say, when it comes to Scottish football, I might not be clued up a lot with the ins and outs of the teams because I'm still very much learning about the Scottish League and Scottish clubs. But I definitely have studied a lot to understand the balance of finance and the way the league is structured in the last few years of studying Scottish football. And this, believe me, guys, there is definitely room for improvement. There is definitely room for improvement, especially with the lack of effort, in my opinion, coming from the SPFL to promote the Scottish League and help Scottish clubs generate better sponsorship deals. But like I said, that's just my opinion. If you're Scottish, a Scottish football fan, I'd love to know your thoughts on it. Um, Guys, please do hit that like button. Like I say, it'd be great. Obviously, I'm not expecting nothing crazy tonight because it's obviously unfortunately I picked the wrong game. I think because I was before when I scheduled the stream last night, guys. Um, Hearts still had a mathematical possibility to qualify, but unfortunately, in the earlier kickoff, Fiorentina won, and that means that now Hearts can't qualify. So, unfortunately, it's a game of pride at the minute. Plus the fact of Hearts, like I say, having the opportunity to earn some extra money that's not normally available to them. So hopefully they get a positive result for the fans and to help the club financially in going forward. Um, but yeah, if you're new to the channel, guys, please do consider subscribing. And like I say, keep your comments going because we can talk about all sorts of football tonight, guys. Like I say, we don't have to be restricted to just this game, but we will keep an eye on what is going on, and I'll keep you updated as we go, guys. I'm just trying to find where I was up to. I'm sure that's where I was just double checking. All right, I think. Sorry. Against they were very unlucky. Yeah, mate. Obviously, absolutely. I love to hear that because I know, like I say, I know the rivalry in Scottish football is very intense, and I understand that it's very intense, and it's and for anybody outside of Scottish football, it can be difficult to understand why it's so intense. But it's what that's part of what makes the Scottish League special. But when it comes to Europe, with the SPFL doing so little to help you guys and your clubs improve financially and be, and create a more competitive league, then unfortunately, it's down to your clubs, to the Scottish clubs that get the opportunity to play in Europe, to do the best they can to help Scottish football improve, because that is the only place, really, realistically, where Scottish clubs can make a difference on the Scottish League's finances, make a difference on the Scottish League's competitiveness, because the more the money that's generated from outside of Scottish football, then the more money flows throughout the clubs in Scottish League, and then also that means that them clubs can then hopefully invest better, use that money to invest better, in respect of the team. So yeah, but yeah, spare me a second, guys. I've got a cup of tea there. I'm forgetting about. Love that. Some Hearts fans there. It's just showing on the TV. Some Hearts fans enjoying eating pies. Some of you guys, obviously, I love to. Maybe that's something we could talk about on a light-hearted stream at some point in the future. Which clubs offer the best match day grub? So back to the comments. Sorry, guys, I'm just going off a beaten track there. Aaron saying Ronaldo starting tonight, which in my opinion is wrong, as what he done is disrespectful to Ten Hag and his teammates. But I understand why he done it because Ten Hag treated him well. Oh, hasn't treated him well. Sorry, my bad, mate. Hasn't treated him well. I wonder what we're getting at then. Yeah, absolutely, mate. I think. Well, I don't know. For me, dropping Ronaldo in the first place was absolute madness because, you're not punishing the player, you're punishing the team. By dropping him completely like he did last week, you're actually punishing the team because potentially, all players are supposed to be there to help the team. It's a team game, it's a team sport. So you start punishing players by not allowing them to play, especially players that can make an impact on the game, then you're actually punishing the team in my eyes. That surely Man United could have punished Ronaldo in a completely different way. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Football clubs know better than me how the options to train to play to punish players. Obviously, some fans might say fine him financially, but let's be honest, Ronaldo's a millionaire, so any kind of fine the club is going to give him, he's not going to bother him too much because he's a very wealthy footballer. But yeah, for me, I think it was a bad decision. I understand managers wanting to stamp their authority on the team. I get that. But for me, I think especially the fact that the game with Chelsea, the way it went, ended up finishing 1-1, if I remember correctly. Ronaldo could have been the difference between United scoring that second goal and getting a win. There was a couple of opportunities in that game that other players got that you could argue Ronaldo would have stuck in the back of the net. So yeah, for me, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that was the best option for the best interest of the team. Like I said, I do understand the manager's wish to make sure he's showing the players that he's in charge. I get that, but like I say, when you drop a player like Ronaldo, you have to ask the question: Is that Is that doing what's in the best interest of the team? But like I said, football's all about opinions, mate, and I respect that you have. I think you have just a slightly different viewpoint on it to me, but I respect that, mate. Nothing wrong with that. Like I said, one of the reasons we love football is because it's all about opinions and it can create some fantastic debates. Um, So, guys, just a quick. I'll come back to the comments in a minute. Just a quick one on the game. Hearts doing well in this one. They're actually looking really strong. Uh, RFS not letting them have it all the own way because RFS created one or two chances themselves. So they're not. They are trying to. Obviously, they're not just. It's not backs to the wall stuff as we can see sometimes in these European games. But I would say Hearts definitely looking the stronger team, looking like they potentially could score more goals. Um, just quickly let you guys know what's going on in the other games because I know I did read out the Europa League games. But we also have West Ham tonight playing in the Europa Conference League. They're doing, obviously, they're having a really good European campaign again after a good campaign last season. They're 1-0 up against Silkeborg, 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 if I'm pronouncing that correctly. So, yeah, West Ham playing at home to Silkeborg, and they're 1-0 up. In the Europa League, obviously Arsenal won earlier. Lost. Sorry, to PSV in the early kickoff, and Man United are still 0-0 with Sheriff. So that's just a quick roundup of the other games, guys. We've got a corner here for Hearts. Um, Hearts, like I say, they're applying the pressure, and even though they've nothing to play for, which is really disappointing. It's still an important, potentially an important game for the club financially. To like I say, they could. I'm not sure, but I heard the commentators saying before the kickoff that obviously I didn't think about researching that, but they did. That they potentially could still earn some good money out of getting wins or positive results out of the last game. I'm just gonna see if I can find anything on that, guys. So I've just I'll come back to the comments in a minute, guys. Art's wasted, not really done much with the corner. It's come out into midfield, and now we've got a set a free kick. But yeah, guys, just looking at this prize money. I'm not sure this. For the this is what's being reported. I'm just reading to you guys what's reported. For the 2022-23 season, group stage participants in the Europa Conference League is awarded a base fee of 2.9 million euros. A victory in the group pays 500 euros, and a draw 166,000 euros. Also, each group winner earns 650,000 euros, and each runner-up 325,000 euros. So you can tell from that, guys. Like I say, if a victory is £500,000 or €500,000, then potentially, obviously, Hearts already had one win in the competition. If they get another win tonight, there's potentially an extra, 100 million euros that they're going to earn from the competition. So, like I said, that is proof. Like I said, I'm not sure. I can't say that these numbers are exactly accurate, but googling it, I've just put it in Google, and that's what it's coming up with. It's claiming that each club can win an extra £500,000 by winning games in this competition. So, if you're a Hearts fan, I'm sure you're very much aware of how tight the money is in Scottish football. What can an extra £500,000 do for your club? That's the big question, guys. So it's very, very much an important game. Like I say, I'm just disappointed that unfortunately the earlier result means that Hearts unfortunately no longer able to qualify. But not much you can do when they don't put the work rate into to get the points on the board earlier in the group stage. We all know how tight it is. Another good opportunity for RFS, guys. Corners coming in from the Hearts' right hand side, and the goalkeeper managing to keep it out. But yeah, RFS looking to get something out of this game by the looks of it. They continue to keep trying to get in behind and press Hearts when they get the opportunity. So it's a good test for Hearts tonight. Like I say, and a good opportunity to earn some extra money. Pompey World, how's it going, mate? Appreciate you dropping in. Money talks for club club owners. It's all business, football, advertisements, commercials, etc. Make extra money, and depending on the league that have lots of more. Hang on a minute, I can't. Just bear with me a second. Where is it? Depending on the league that have lots of money are making it more superior. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, that's a fair comment, and yeah, thanks for coming sharing your opinion. I'm not sure, obviously, if that's reference to what we're talking about with the money in Scotland, or what we were talking about mentioning the live stream plan for tomorrow with Man United. But yeah, that's a very fair observation, mate. Unfortunately, like I say, the money involved in football has just gone absolutely nuts in some leagues, and it's created this imbalance where some leagues are doing okay financially, and some leagues are really struggling financially. And like I said, it'll be something we'll be talking a lot about. We've talked about it quite a bit tonight for obvious reasons, because, like I say, whenever I cover Scottish football, I always feel for the Scottish clubs, because there's some passionate fans in Scotland that love their clubs just as much as English fans, but the money that is available for Scottish clubs compared to English clubs is shocking, absolutely shocking. And like I said, for me, it's the SPFL. Guys, if you're just joining us, please do hit that like button and drop your comments in the chat. We are obviously live streaming the game tonight for Hearts. But also, if you're new to the channel, you wouldn't know. Whenever we do these match watch-alongs, we do them to involve you guys, to get you guys involved in the comments, hear what you've got to say about all footballing topics across the UK. So yeah, like I say, want to hear from you if you're just joining us. But thank you very much for that, Pompey World. Appreciate you coming, getting involved, mate. Much appreciated. And yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, as you say, the big money at the top echelons of football is having a massive impact on all leagues across Europe and the world. To be honest, let's be honest, it's not just Europe; it's across the world, guys. Um, where was we? Just bear with me a second. It's a nightmare when I press that. Um, just the way it is in Latin America, in South America, in Argentina. Oh, guys, sorry, just I'll come back to your comment in a minute, mate. Hearts have conceded one, so RFS have pulled one back, so it's now 2-1 Hearts. Oh, and it's an absolutely cracking goal, guys, from about, I don't know, maybe 25, 30 yards out, just outside the box. Uh, Headed down, what players brought it under control to a certain extent, and then just literally took a shot, and it's gone straight into the far side of the on the near the post on the and it's an absolute cracking goal from RFS, to be fair. But yeah, hopefully Hearts continue to press and get more goals because they've looked pretty strong overall. But it was obvious, it was becoming obvious that RFS might get a goal back, because they've been building the momentum and not letting our Hearts have it all their own way. So let's hope our Hearts don't throw this away now from a winning position, because they've done well with the start of the game. Just coming up to 40 minutes now, guys. Where was it? Sorry about that. Pompey World, my apologies, mate. Obviously, just trying to react to what's going on in the game. If goals go in, I want to keep you guys informed. Just the way it is in Latin America, in South America, is the Argentinian league, Brazilian league, and Colombian Uruguayan league. But other than that, not too popular and less pay. Well, like I said, mate, I think it's a worldwide thing, and it's not. It's obviously a big knock-on effect to that is the big, rich, powerful leagues like the Premier League and La Liga that dominate the world football stage financially. And then on top of that, we have competitions like the Champions League, and then you've also got FIFA, playing their kind of, wanting to have a, a certain amount of influence on and power within the football world. So, unfortunately, guys, it is affecting the balance. Some fans like it. Some fans like it, and I have no problem with having clubs that are stronger and stuff like that. But I do have a problem when the money isn't filtering through fairly to give clubs that an important part of any football league, but they're just struggling because they're not at the top table, so to speak. But like I say, we could debate financing football for a week easily, I'm sure, guys. But yeah, thanks for that, Pompey World. Appreciate that, mate. And like I say, yeah, I'm not 100% sure on exactly the finances in South America, but I do know that the Brazilian league and the Argentinian league are reasonably strong. I don't really want to comment because, like I said, I've heard some criticism from about I think the Mexican league and stuff like that, that things are not quite right. So um, I wouldn't want to comment on leagues I'm not as well up on, if you know what I mean. If I'm not got the relevant knowledge, and like I said, when it comes to South America, I've got to be honest, I'm not the most knowledgeable about those leagues, mate. But very much appreciate your input and sharing what you do, what you know, mate. Um, in North America is Mexico League and US League. MLS are the league with more money than other small countries' leagues aren't superior because of lack of money. Well, like I say, mate, yeah, like you say, it's the same. It's the same in Europe. It's the same in Europe. Just yes, we know there's a lot of money in European football, but it's not easy. It's not evenly distributed. There's quite a number of leagues in Europe that struggle financially, like I say, Scotland's one of them. I think the Finn League is another one. The Danish league struggles financially. At the Polish league, the list goes on. There's a lot of leagues across Europe that struggle financially because, like I say, the big money is in the likes of the Premier League, the La Liga, um, the Italian league, the German league's quite wealthy as well. I think there's a lot of money in the German league. So, like I say, I'd say there's plenty of leagues in Europe that don't get the money. But yeah, Shanklin just got a yellow card, I think, guys. I'm not sure exactly what for because I kind of missed it. Looks like somewhat or nothing, to be fair. Both ball come in, both players put the foot up to go for it, and for some reason, Shankland has been given a yellow card. If any Dundee United fans, maybe Aaron, are you still around? What's this rumor? Have you heard of this rumor? Um, I'm not sure if you've heard it, mate, but I've heard it that Shanklin might be going back to Dundee United, or Dundee United might be interested to bring him back. If you're on, Aaron, or any other Dundee United fans, let me know your thoughts. Or if Hearts fans, maybe you guys have heard the same. I'm not sure, but yeah, like I say, I did recently hear that rumor, so I'd love to know if any of you guys out there have heard that. But yeah, that's that would be an interesting one considering how well he did in for Dundee when he was previously at the club. Uh, Sorry, guys. I'm still getting used to this new software, and it keeps confusing me because the way it shows the comments is slightly different to how it is on the other streaming platform that I use. and it's just hopefully I'll get used to it soon enough. But like I said, at the minute it keeps catching me out. where where was I? Oh, there we go. There we go. Aaron Hart saying, I do think UEFA have uh, helped with the SPFL being a more competitive league as they move the Champions League places. Now, if you're first place, you automatically uh, go into the group stages. Yeah, mate, that's actually come out. That's come about. Nothing to do with well, it's not the SPFL bosses that have helped with that. It's your clubs, mate. It's the clubs that have played in Europe that have contributed to that. Obviously, we have to acknowledge that Rangers have made a big impact on Europe since obviously not this season. This season, they've had a really disappointing campaign in the Champions League. But last season, they had a really good season in Europe. And all the Scottish clubs have contributed to the coefficiency numbers, which is why Scottish football has now got that automatic promotion place, automatic spot for the Champions League that you're describing, mate. It's because of what the Scottish clubs have done in Europe. It's got nothing to do with the SPFL. They've done nothing. The people running the SPFL have done absolutely nothing to help Scottish clubs in Europe. The reason your clubs have got that automatic place available, mate, is because of the coefficiency numbers. As you know, as I'm sure you're well aware, mate, every club is awarded points for competing in Europe based on how successful how they do in Europe, getting wins, draws, things like that, and you earn points for your country, which is called coefficiency. And the Scottish clubs put in, contributing together as one is what has give that automatic made that automatic place available because the coefficiency numbers have improved, mate. Which is good. It's good, but I'm just pointing out that it's got nothing to do with the people that run the SPFL. It's completely to do with what Scottish clubs have done in Europe as together as a whole. So yeah, but thanks for that, mate. Appreciate you. Uh, Obviously sharing what your thoughts are on that. Um, but yeah, UEFA, like I say, UEFA competitions can be massively helpful to the SPFL. But let's be honest. My beef with the SPFL is the bosses of the SPFL not doing more themselves. They shouldn't be completely relying on the UEFA coming and making more places available to Scottish clubs to help the finances in Scottish football. The SPFL could be doing a lot more to get bigger and better sponsorship deals involving the SPFL league to help all Scottish clubs generate better money through the money they actually earn in the league. So yeah, but thanks for that, Aaron, mate. Appreciated. Aaron, I like that switching from Europa League conversation, UEFA finance Scottish football conversation now to Man United conversation. So yeah, not wrong with that. Aaron is saying, I do like how Ten Hag is starting a youngster from the academy, um, Al Algendro Gamacho. Hopefully, he has a good game. Would like to see him start on Sunday. Well, yeah, mate. Yeah, absolutely. We always want, especially when it's a club like Man United. Yeah, we want to see any club giving the youngsters a chance because there's nothing better than clubs bringing through their own talent. Because with the craziness of the transfer window these days, it's very helpful to the club saving money and obviously building a strong team. If you can bringing youngsters from the academy. So yeah, mate, that I'm glad. I appreciate you letting me know that, Aaron. That's good to hear. And like I say, I'm not familiar with him, to be honest. But yeah, now you've brought him to my attention. Hopefully, I'll maybe start to notice the young lad. And always good to hear about potential youngsters that could be future stars, shall we say? But yeah, thanks for that, Aaron, mate. And like I said, I think with the manager maybe playing him, it's never a bad thing for any manager to look for opportunities to get academy players into the team where they can, because obviously that's going to be something the fans like to see. As fans, we always want to see uh, youngsters coming through our academy getting a chance. I'm not saying we want to see managers taking risks. We don't, but we do want to see managers looking for the opportunity to give game time to young talent that is obviously coming through the academy. So yeah, it's good to hear that, mate. And like I say, hopefully he has a good game. And thank you very much, Aaron, for sharing that with us, mate. Very informative. Uh, Pompey World, EFL Championship is more higher than Scottish football in terms of prize money. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely, and that's what's wrong. That's why like I say, that's why for me, the people running Scottish football should be doing more. Because no offense, nobody's expecting the Scottish League to get on the same level as the Premier League. Nobody would expect that. But there is no reason why the Scottish bosses, the people running the SPFL, can't be doing more to get the finances more matched up with what the finances are in the English Championship. So yeah, well said, Pompey World. Thank you very much for that, mate. And yeah, absolutely, I have to agree that it's a big, massive thing to do with that points out the imbalance of finance in Scottish and English football. Guys, just want to it is half time. Sorry, I missed to round up the end of that first half, but yeah, we are at half time for the break. Just bring you guys quickly up to date what's going on in the other games. It's currently in the other UEFA Europa League Conference League game that we're keeping an eye on tonight. It's currently half time and it's West Ham 1, Silkeborg 0. In the Europa League, as I said earlier, it finished PSV 2, Arsenal 0. So Arsenal obviously not having a good night in Europe tonight. In the other game in the Europa League, it is currently Man United 1, Sheriff 0. So Man United have took the lead in that one. It's currently half time. So yeah, that's bringing you up to date with what's going on in the other Europa League games that we're keeping an eye on, guys, because obviously we just mainly focus on the UK clubs and what they're doing in Europe. If you guys got any talking points, any football news you have heard about over the last few days, or that you want to talk about with the upcoming games at the weekend, loads of league football again coming this weekend. Drop your comments in the chat. Would love to hear from you guys. Like I say, we do the watch alongs to keep an eye on the game, but also to get sorry, I'm getting tongue tied, to build the fan community, help new fans find the channel and the project, and very much to involve you guys. Like I said, live match watch along, so to watch the games, but also to allow you guys to talk football. And I will read out your comments and share your thoughts with other fans that are a part of the fandom community that we are trying to build. So yeah, if you're just joining us, guys, we appreciate it if you could hit that like button and consider subscribing if you're new. So just quickly back to the comments, guys. Been a long day today. So yeah, quickly back to the comments, guys. Aaron saying, yeah, true, you get more for winning the championship than winning the SPFL. Celtic and Rangers, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure don't get much money for winning the league. No, I'm not sure. Let's have a quick look. We'll see if we can find it out. Just bear me a second, guys. I'm just going to see if I can find out. Right, so here we are. We have it literally coming from the Scottish Premiership themselves, or since Premiership, whatever you want to call it. It says the SPFL prize pot reaches 25 million. They're talking like that's massive. That's nothing. That's not that big for like you say. Um, Prize money of £25 million will be paid to clubs for season 2028. The SPFL has announced that 25 million in league prize money will be paid to its 42 member clubs this season. League prize money is paid in addition to parachute payments, UEFA Solidarity, Betfred Cup prize, and TV money, cup prize and travel money, and club match accounts from cup games as neutral venues. Season 2018-2019 will see record amounts of Betfred Cup prize and TV money. And it's saying it will be 2.1 million. Cup prize money to 428,000 and parachute payments paid to clubs. So there you go, guys. That's saying the actual pot of 25 million is that's telling me that the pot of 25 million is shared between the clubs. So the club the club that wins the league don't win 25 million. It sounds like 25 million to me is split between the clubs. And if that is the case, this would explain why Scottish clubs are struggling so much financially, because that is an absolute pittance. An absolute pittance. If that is the case, that only £25 million is split between all them clubs, then that would put the Scottish Premiership on the same amount of level as the English League One or something like that. That is absolutely nuts, guys. So why are these people running the SPFL not doing more to increase this prize money? And it also shows that they're relying on money coming in from UEFA Solidarity Fund. But what's that all about? Why should the SPFL themselves not be able to fund the league themselves? If they are marketing the league correctly and getting the right sponsorships, then they should be able to finance things themselves, and they should be able to increase payments themselves. It's absolutely madness, guys. Like I say, we could debate this, for a week easily, with regards to the imbalance in finance in Scottish football. It's absolutely nuts, and in the future we will be talking about it a lot more, I'm sure, on Fanden, because it's something that needs to be talked about, and we need to get fans to come together to basically start building a community, so we can actually, start to give fans a voice, and by fans coming together and actually voicing their opinions and expressing how disappointed they are with the people running Scottish football, and also other things that go on across the UK that fans are disappointed with, then this is how eventually we could get to the point where these football organisations won't be able to ignore you anymore. They won't be able to ignore you, the fans, anymore. And why? Because fans come together to create one voice demanding an improvement in how our leagues are run and managed by these people that sit there comfortably, benefiting from a job that they're not doing to the best of their ability. But yet they still get the benefits of doing that job. And what I mean by that is, obviously, if you're managing a league, there's comes certain benefits. And an example of that is the imbalance in cup final tickets, guys, which I'm sure I don't need to go into detail. I'm sure you're all very aware of how in unfairly, cup final tickets can be distributed, whether it's England or Scotland. So yeah. Anyway, let's try and get back to the football, guys. Like I said, we could spend a month talking about financing football, especially in Scottish football. And like I said, for me, it always comes up that topic because I'm very passionate that there should be, a better balance of finance across all leagues, so that clubs can get themselves in stable positions and compete more fairly. Guys, if you're just joining us, please do hit that like button and consider subscribing. Give us a chance, see if you like what we're about. I want to hear from you guys. Drop your comments in the chat as well. We are obviously doing a match watch along for Hearts, but we talk about any football topics to do with UK football on FanDen. Whatever you guys want to bring to my attention that you want to talk about, whether it's with your own club or to do with football generally, you can drop your comments and I will happily read out your thoughts and opinions in the chat, as long as obviously it is clean, no bad language, please, guys. Um, so the team's just coming out now, guys. Want to know your thoughts? Could you think that Hearts can see this one out? They're in a winning position at the minute, 2-1. I'd love to know you guys think Hearts can keep this going and get the win. Ah, Aaron buzzing with the United going 1-0 up. Not wrong with that, mate. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Hopefully, positive performance from all the UK clubs tonight involved in Europe. So, yeah, buzzing for you there, mate. Hopefully, that they add to it in the second half and get a few more goals, mate. Aaron, yeah, mate. I've seen that rumor everywhere. It's been around for a while. I'm pretty sure we're interested in him out in him around for a while. I'm pretty sure we're interested in him, but I don't think he would come back. Oh right, that's interesting, mate. So, right. Why do you think he won't come back, mate? But is there a particular reason you think that, or is it? I don't, did it? Mind you, no, I don't. I think it ended okay, did it? There were no bad sourness when he left the club. I don't know. I can't remember because it's a little bit back now. I can't remember. Obviously, Aaron, you a big, massive Dundee United fan. You'll have to remind me, mate. Was there sourness when he left? Like I say, I can't remember. But no, I don't know. I'm interested. You got me interested now, mate. Why do you think he might not come or he would not come? Let me know if you could, please, mate. I'm interested. You've got me curious now with what you mean with regards to that. Callum G, how's it going, mate? Big shout out to Callum G, one of the fan ambassadors on Instagram, helping out with the group stuff we do on Instagram. If you're interested in that, guys, you can let me know. Drop me a comment, drop me a message on social media. But yeah, Callum G, how's it going, mate? Great to see you involved. And yeah, I remembered after speaking to you the other day, mate, that it's Gibbo. Hi, guys, it's Gibbo. Hope you are good, pal. Yeah, I'm very good, mate. Just like I say, a bit disappointed with the stream I picked tonight. Nothing against doing Scottish football. Love to get Scottish football involved in what we're doing with Fandon. But unfortunately, the way the results have fallen tonight, before the games kicked off, Hearts they could have still qualified, but unfortunately, in the other group, in the other game in the group was an earlier kickoff, and Fiorentina won that, which meant that then Hearts could no longer qualify for the next round. So Hearts, unfortunately, just playing for pride tonight, and hopefully as well for a bigger financial pot from UEFA, which would be massively helpful to Hearts. But yeah, sorry if I'm rambling on. Callum, obviously, just giving you a quick update. But yeah, Callum G, big, like I say, one of the fans helping us out with what we're doing on social media. Massive Sheffield Wednesday fan as well. So great to see you in the chat, mate. Appreciate you coming, dropping in. Thank you very much, Gibbo. Appreciated, mate. David Shields, come on, Hearts. Absolutely, mate. Yeah, definitely. We want in. I know it's disappointing, the circumstances, as I just said, we find Hearts playing in tonight. But yeah, absolutely. Let's hope that Hearts can at least get a win tonight. And like I said, that'll be massive for the club, with respect to it. Give them an extra £500,000 in their potentially in their transfer kitty. So that's not to be sneezed at, is it? Because, like I say, £500,000 in Scottish football is good money for these clubs to help them have a bigger financial budget for the transfer window. But yeah, thank you very much, David Shields. Great to see you in the chat, mate. Appreciate coming, dropping in, and getting involved. Not sure I've seen you before, mate, but yeah, love to know your thoughts on Hearts so far this season. Your thoughts on the European campaign. Obviously disappointing. Do you think that's contributed to the knock-on effect in the league, mate? Because Hearts have been struggling a little bit in the league. Nothing. They're not in any danger or anything. Sitting in seventh in the league, but obviously recent results suggest that they have been struggling with the last 5 games. Three defeats, one draw, and one win. So a little bit concerning, I'm sure, from a Hearts point of view in respect to the league. So yeah, thank you, David, very much, David Shields. And like I say, mate, drop some comments in the chat. Let me know your thoughts on Hearts so far this season, if you could, mate. But thank you for coming, getting involved, and dropping your thoughts, and or at least trying to get involved in the chat. Anyway, I'm sorry, Ella. It's hello. How's it going, Ella? Appreciate coming, getting involved, mate. And yeah, no football tonight, no football practice tonight, mate. Are you watching the United game? I'm presuming. Yeah, come on, Man United. So I presume you're watching Man United play in the Europa League, mate. Like I say, unfortunately, just I was looking to try and get the balance right tonight to give the Scottish clubs a bit of coverage, and obviously, like I say, mathematically, when I scheduled it last night, Hearts could have still qualified, but unfortunately, I find myself doing a live stream of a game of a club that can no longer qualify, which is disappointing. But like I say, just the way my luck's going a little bit at the minute, because trying to learn which are the best streams to target. So 50 minutes in, guys. Still 2-1 to Hearts. Um, Hearts have come out the stronger of the two teams in this second half because, like I say, RFS were feeling the way into it in the first towards the back end of the first half. But Hearts seem to have refocused in the halftime break and have come out looking like they want to add to their goals tally and try and secure that win. So let's hope we do see some more goals. Guys, if you could, please do hit that like button. Would be good if we could hit 15 likes tonight, if possible. Don't expect anything dramatic because, like I say, unfortunately, the circumstances we find ourselves in with the game might impact it. But if we could hit 15 likes, that'd be absolutely amazing. And your support, guys, is always appreciated. So yeah, thanks for that, Ella. Hopefully you're enjoying the Man United game. Aaron Hart, welcome to the stream, Ella. Absolutely. Thanks for that, Aaron, mate. Right. So, yeah. Why do I always start yawning in the second half of these live streams? Chipped into the box from Hearts on the and headed out. So we got a corner coming for Hearts. Aaron Hart is saying, I just think he's enjoying his football at Hearts. There was no toxicity. It's just it just don't seem. I just don't see him coming to Dundee United. as we are not doing great right now, and he's scoring lots for Hearts. Right, that yeah, fair enough, mate. Fair enough, but to be fair, I mean, like I say, don't quote me on this. I'm no expert. I'm trying to do my best to keep up with learning about Scottish football. But like I say, I know I'm respectful and honest enough to know the Scottish fans know the Scottish leagues a lot better than me. But I was under the impression, mate, that Shankland is doing well at Hearts, but he's having to compete more for his place in the team. So maybe I don't know. Maybe if he wants guaranteed to start, maybe he would consider going to Dundee United. But I'm like I said, I can't say accurately how much he's been playing for Hearts. Maybe if there's any Hearts fans in the chat, let me know. Has Shankland been getting the majority of games to start, or has it been as I've heard that he's actually been? I think he's been competing. I think Hearts didn't have, they brought in another striker from Wigan on loan or something. Did I hear? So I'm not sure if they're competing. If that's the player he's competing with for the starting position up front for Hearts. But yeah, any Hearts fans, let me know what you know about Hearts and their Shankland, because like I said, we're talking about the rumours going around with Shankland being linked with Dundee United, and obviously Aaron being a massive Dundee United fan, he's thinking it might not happen. So I'd love to hear from you guys what you know, because like I said, I'm always well aware that Scottish fans know a lot better about Scottish football than I do. Although I'm learning as I go, guys. Hopefully you at least pleased. I know I'm English, but I'm trying to learn about Scottish football and be respectful to it and give it the respect that it deserves. But always happy to learn from you guys that are Scottish that know the league a lot, the Scottish leagues a lot better than I do. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, mate, Aaron, I'm not sure. Like I say, if he feels he's not getting the opportunities at Hearts, maybe he'd consider it. But like I said, I'm not sure. Only you guys that watch Scottish league regularly would know better than me whether Shankland has been playing week in week out for Hearts. I had read, I think I read it on social media or something that he had been the manager been switching the strikers about. I don't know. So let me know, guys, if you know. But thank you very much for that, Aaron. Appreciate your comments as always, mate. Um, where we up to? Ella saying, making the most of watching Ronaldo playing at Old Trafford. Not wrong with that, mate. Yeah, Ella, a big Ronaldo fan. Nothing wrong with that, mate. I hopefully he's having a good game. Obviously, unfortunately, Ronaldo been in the press or in the mainstream headlines for all the wrong reasons over the last week. But hopefully he has a good game tonight, because I know that a lot of United fans and football fans just want to see him play. And you know, I'm not sure about you guys, but I'm not enjoying seeing all this crazy, stupid off the field media stuff that's going on with Ronaldo and the manager and stuff like. It's kind of getting a bit boring now. It's like you know, find the balance and make it work, because you know you cannot keep, you know, as much as Ronaldo is getting old and we know he's not going to play every minute of every game, you can't be keep, you know, you've got to find a way to find a balance with a player like that, because he's just on when he's fit and he's firing on all cylinders, he's so dangerous in front of goals. And you know, and that's what he brings that most other strikers cannot do the way that Ronaldo does it, where we see him doing it so consistently. So yeah, enjoy the game, mate, and hopefully Ronaldo is having a good game. And like I said, I'm not sure what's the score. Let me have a quickly check. What's the score in that game? Yeah, it's still 1-0 to Man United. So, like I said, guys, hopefully. Um, Hopefully he has a good game tonight and gets on the score sheet for all you guys out there that are big Ronaldo fans. But yeah, thank you very much for that, Ella. I appreciate you coming, getting involved, and hopefully, yeah, and like I say, you're enjoying the game, and Ronaldo is having a good game for you guys that are watching that game at Old Trafford. So RFS just putting the pressure on Hearts, and something I've missed there because the Hearts fans appear to be booing something that I think uh, the referee has done. I'm not sure, or something maybe the referee has missed. I'm not sure, but like I say, not always easy to keep an eye on what's going on in the game and keep reading the comments out. So please bear with me with that one, guys. Hopefully, I'll get the balance better with more experience and practice. Um, um, Matthew, how's it going, Matthew? Hi, mate. How are you? I'm good, thanks. Thank you very much for coming, dropping in, Matthew. Big Inverness fan and Scotland fan. Great to obviously see a couple of you guys coming from that are Scottish fans coming getting involved because it helps me because it helps me pick you guys' brains because, like I said, I know you guys are a lot more clued up with Scottish football, and I'm eager to learn. I'm eager to learn more about Scottish football and who better to learn about Scottish football from than Scottish football fans? So, yeah, thank you, Matthew, for dropping in, mate. I'm good, thanks. And hopefully you're doing good tonight, mate. And I've got to ask, are Inverness playing tomorrow? Because I know that Inverness seem to keep getting a lot of Friday night games in the last couple of seasons. So just want to ask if Inverness are playing tomorrow, mate. And any news on the injuries? Because I know that Inverness hit pretty hard at the minute with loads and loads of injury problems to key first team players. So yeah, if you're still there, mate, would love to if you could let me know at least if Inverness are playing tomorrow. Um, hello, Matthew. Yeah, obviously you guys know each other from being involved in the Instagram group stuff. So yeah, thanks for that, Ella. Appreciate it. Always appreciate it when you guys are friendly and welcoming to other fans coming getting involved in the chat. So thank you very much for that, Ella. Um, Aaron Hart at Dundee United. The manager has been swapping strikers strikers a lot recently. We would do with a brilliant striker like Shankland, but one of our strikers has three goals in 6 games. So he's doing well, right? But why if he's got 3 goals if he's the most consistent striker, then why is the manager not keeping him in the team? You know, get a run of games. 'Cause we know, guys, as we know, especially with strikers and defenders, they play better the more they get played because they build the confidence. And the more that the team manager's picking them as regular, then their confidence increases, and hence they play more games, don't they? Yeah, so you know what I mean. Their confidence is up; they're more likely to score more goals. Sorry, guys, just needed to wet the mouth. But yeah, thanks for that, Aaron. So yeah, you're talking about the manager at Dundee United, aren't you? Changing the team round. I'm presuming yeah, because you said at Dundee United. So yeah, thanks for that, Aaron. I'm only being clear about it because obviously we've been talking about strikers at Hearts as well, haven't we, mate? So yeah, I was just making sure I'm understanding which club you was referring to. But yeah, absolutely, mate. Um, a little bit strange if you've got one particular striker that seems to be starting to score the goals. Why would the manager be chopping and changing it? But haven't I heard that recently you guys have changed the manager? Haven't you just how long's the new manager been at Dundee United, mate? Because I'm sure I heard earlier that Dundee United recently changed the manager. So if you could, Aaron, I'd love to hear from you on that, mate. If you could let me know. Um, would be very much appreciated, mate. And yeah, if you have changed the manager, how's he getting on, and how long's he been there? Because, like I said, I've only heard about this recently. I didn't realize you guys had actually recently changed the manager. So when we say recently, I'm asking like, what is it? Last couple of weeks, the last month? How recent are we talking about? Like I said, guys, sometimes with me covering all football clubs across the UK, it's just difficult to cover absolutely everything and keep up to date with everything. and that's where you guys can be helpful sometimes because you can bring me up to bring me up to date with things that I might have missed, like stuff like that. Ella saying people love a legend, but they love to hate a legend even more. I don't like this attitude sometimes, but won't like seeing him fall. Yeah, absolutely. But I think Ella, yeah, what you touch on there is spot on, mate. I think we've all seen that Ronaldo can have a bit of an attitude, and none of us like to see it. But let's be honest. We have to ask the question: is the manager got his own attitude about his ego? Because one thing I've noticed with in the last few years since Fergie left Man United is one thing I've noticed is that some of these managers coming in are also are got their own ego, wanting to come in straight away, stamp their authority on the team, and telling the press that they're going to drop this player and do this and do that. You don't need to tell the press what they're doing. The managers do not need to tell the press what they're doing. Let the press find out when the manager does it. Let the manager just concentrate on getting a balance in the team. And the best way to get balance in the team is stop talking to the press about decisions that the manager is going to make. Let the press find out after the manager's made it. Like I say, hands up, I have nothing against Ten Hag, but it's questionable why is he making comments to the press about what he's going to do and how he's going to discipline this player. And when he first come in, there was reports that it showed the press or that the press got hold of some information of how he was going to manage the team and what he expected. Well, I'm sorry, but as a new manager coming into a team like Man United, especially at a club that's got potentially, some big egos in the dressing room, then do you not just for the first 10 games just come in and feel your way in and not change much till you start to get to know the players a bit better? I'm like I say, I think it's as much as Ronaldo's attitude has been a bang out of order. I think it's 50-50 this. I think it's 50% at the player's fault, and I think it's also 50% the manager's fault with how he's handling it. Because I don't think, let's be honest, how much experience as a manager like Ten Hag got dealing with top players like Ronaldo? He hasn't got that much experience dealing with players like that. So, maybe he needs to get off his high horse a bit, from my point of view. But like I say, every football's about opinions. We all have different opinions. That's just my opinion. I think the manager has to take a certain amount of responsibility for, keep telling the press what because that won't be that. The reason I'm saying that, guys, is because let's be honest. If you're a player and you keep hearing the manager going talking to the press about you, you're gonna get the ump. You're going to get the hump because you're going to think, why is he not coming speaking to me? Why is he speaking to the press? And you're going to get the hump. So, managers need to be a bit more tactful how they deal with the press sometimes and telling the press what you're going to do and what you're going to say and how you're going to handle a certain situation with player is not going to help you keep balance in the dressing room. So, for me, that's where the manager's at fault as well. But like I said, that's just my opinion. But yeah, Ella, absolutely, you're spot on, mate. Unfortunately, there's plenty of people out there that love to hate somebody that's successful, whether it's Ronaldo or Messi or whatever. There's always people out there that like to be like that. I don't mind constructive criticism. That's fine. But yeah, I agree because I think we've seen exactly what you're describing. I think we've seen that quite a lot with Wayne Rooney, didn't we? Where there was times it was like a love-hate relationship with, particularly when he was playing for England when he was younger. But yeah, thank you very much for that, Ella. Absolutely, well said. Guys, if you could, please do hit that like button. Like I say, we're trying to target 15 likes tonight if we could, if it's possible. Like I said, I'm not sure if it will be, but we can still try. So please do hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. Give us a chance. See if you like the project and what we're trying to do. Like I said, a lot of these live streams at the minute, the match watch alongs, are just about getting the momentum going. Making it easier for other fans to find us. Give me some practice live streaming. But in the future, we'll be doing a lot more live streams like the kind of stuff that we're going to be doing tomorrow, guys. If you could go and check out that live stream that is scheduled for tomorrow at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. tomorrow. I've got a live stream scheduled to talk about the Glazers, Manchester United, and the finances and stuff there with the crazy, reportedly crazy asking price that the Glazers are asking for Man United. So please do consider joining me for that tomorrow. And if you can't, even if you can't, if you can just go over and check that out and drop a like on it. Even that's helpful, guys, because like I say, the more likes we get on the videos and the live streams, the more it helps other fans find us on YouTube. So yeah, it'd be very much appreciated if you guys can go and drop a like on that stream scheduled for tomorrow. And if you, like I say, if you're available, come and get involved. But that's the kind of stuff that we hope to be doing, that a lot more of that kind of debate and actual talking points in the future. Like I say, we'll be doing live watch-alongs in the future as well, no question. But like I say, the match watch-alongs we're doing with intensity at the minute, because like I say, to help other fans find us. So sorry to bang on explaining that, guys. I'm just trying to give you a clearer picture of the targets that I'm aiming for. But like I say, tomorrow's night stream is an indication of the kind of streams I hope to do a lot more of in the future. But yeah, there you go, guys. I'll shut up about that now. I've explained it well enough. Hopefully, you guys get where I'm coming from. So yeah, just come back to the comments in a minute, guys. Let's just quickly have a look what's going on in the other games. Another opportunity for RFS there, saved by the keeper. So they're trying to put pressure on Hearts to get the equaliser. In the Europa League, as I said, guys, earlier, Arsenal lost away 2-0 to PSV. In the Man United game, United now 2-0 up. So it's Man United 2, Sheriff 0. So hopefully the United now in a strong position and hopefully push on and win the game. In the other game in the Europa Conference League, guys, it's West Ham still 1-0 up against Silkeborg. Apologies if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. But some of these foreign European clubs' names are a lot more difficult to actually pronounce. So I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but at least I'm having a go. Another chance coming in here for Hearts. Crossed into the box and headed out by RFS defender Vladimir or something. I couldn't quite read his name on his shirt then. But headed out for a corner, and a corner now for Hearts on the left hand side. I think that is. I always have to think about this because it depends on which team you're looking at, depending on whether it's left or right, innit? So yeah, that would be Hearts left hand side. So wasted opportunity really, guys, because they should have slung it into the box to create some mayhem. Instead, they've decided to go outside the box and try and bring it in from midfield, and it's ended up where it's now a bit of still putting the pressure on from Hearts' point of view, but just maybe a wasted opportunity when they could have whipped it into the box and made it cause a bit more chaos. Oh, Shankland wasted a chance. Oh, off the post from Shankland and rebounded onto another Hearts player, and unfortunately, he's blasted it over the bar. But yeah, unfortunately, Shankland with a great opportunity there, and like I say, it's bounced off the bar. So unfortunately, Hearts missing a golden opportunity there to go 3-1 up, which would have kind of maybe took the sting out of the game. But yeah. At least they're creating chances. Positive performance so far tonight from Hearts. Oh, apologies for keep going, guys. Aaron saying, yeah, we hired a new manager, but Sorry, we hired a new manager. He was our assistant manager, but we promoted him and got a new got a new assistant manager. He's been in the job a couple of weeks. He's doing good. He's doing good, especially since we beat Aberdeen 4-0. Cool. Right. Well, that's good to hear, mate. Like I say, I was speaking to another Dundee fan earlier, and he was quite critical. And like I said, it's partly my fault, guys, because like I said, I just can't keep up with all the football all the time at the minute. I'm trying to obviously do a lot on the channel and push to get on the channel a lot more now and focus on pushing the project forward. Uh, but by doing that, it means it gives me a lot less chance to look round the leagues and keep up to date with more of the ins and outs and goings on. So hopefully, learn to find the balance with that in the future. But like I say, it's more important that I put my efforts into concentrating on the channel and a lot more now, rather than wasting too much time on the research and stuff like that. But thank you very much, Aaron. And like I say, you guys are very helpful with the knowledge you share, helping me keep a bit more clued up with what is going on other clubs that I might not always get the chance to keep up with. So thank you very much for that, Aaron, mate. It's always appreciated when you guys help me keep up to date with a variety of clubs because, like I say, as you can understand, football never stops, guys. When the season starts, it never stops. So there's stuff going on in every league, every week, whether it's weekdays, whether it's at weekend. There's just so much to keep up with. It's crazily intense sometimes. But yeah, I'm glad to hear. Like I said, I don't know. Maybe that Dundee United fan was maybe feeling a bit in a moaning mood earlier. But he definitely gave me the impression that there wasn't things weren't going on well with the new manager. So I'm glad you cleared that up for me, mate. And hopefully it continues to improve with the results and the performances under the new guy. Yes, 2-0 Man United, Marcus Rashford. Cool, absolutely. Like I say, just seen that it gone 2-0 up, so that's awesome. Sorry, mate. Just me a bit behind with the comments. Ella, the press are too involved with Man United. Well, yeah, but yeah, well, that's definitely something fantastic to point out, mate, and something that could definitely we could debate about loads. But yeah, I know exactly what you're getting at with that comment, mate, and I have to agree with what you're saying there to a certain extent. They're like I can't remember. They're like ants round an anthill, aren't they? The press with Man United. Somewhere I did think of another way of putting that, but I will keep it clean. But you guys know what I mean. They're like ants round an anthill, the mainstream media with United a lot of the time. Because it's easy news for a minute, guys. It's easy news. And as we know, the mainstream media in the UK are not very good at actually being professional media people. They're very good at looking for easy news to report that makes it look like they're professional. But we all know that, professionals would go out and find the news. The media, a lot of the mainstream media in the UK, just hover around where they hover around the doorsteps of where the news comes easiest for them. And Man United happen to be one of them places. So well said, Ella. Absolutely, definitely have to agree with what you're saying there. I'm not sure if I'm interpreting it in the way you're intending it, but I know what you're getting at, mate. So thank you very much for that. And yeah, uh, Ella saying Jack Grealish is another footballer people like to hate. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think that's just the crazy money that's involved, and obviously some of the rivalries as well. But why fans would want to hate him, couldn't especially considering he's an England player and could potentially be a key England player for England if But he is having a bit of a tough time, or he has had a tough time since he's left Aston Villa. Not everything going the way that some fans and obviously Jack would want. But he's a top player, and hopefully he keeps his focus and finds his way back to his best form. and doing what we've seen him do for Aston Villa. Because, like I say, one thing that England are not the best at is building the best midfields. And and sorry, Jack Grealish is definitely a player that could make England start to improve their defensive capabilities. Because, like I say, if you've watched England as long as I have, one thing you'd notice is that the one fault that England seem to always have is in midfield, or weakness, whatever you want to call it. We've had some great midfield players, but they're not always used to the best of their ability. But we'll leave that for the England conversation for now, because I'm sure that any Scottish fans joining us will not want to really talk about England too much, which is fair enough with the rivalry. Um, so yeah, Hearts, 78 minutes in, guys. It's still 2-1, and Hearts trying to create another chance here. Oh, and it's defended well by RFS, but Hearts not giving up on it, and it's cleared by RFS, but only as far as the Hearts defenders, who have regained possession and rebuilt and starting to rebuild momentum now again. Hopefully, Hearts can get another goal and kill this game off. It would be fantastic for the club to get the win in this. Like I said, for me, for Hearts, all they can do with this European campaign is just look at it on building experience and getting the experience of playing in Europe and helping them use it in the future to do better. But like I say, any wins they get in this competition is an extra £500,000 going into the club. So it's this is a big game for Hearts in respect of getting that extra boost of cash that could help them boost their transfer kitty come the summer maybe the summer or the January transfer window. But yeah, any Hearts fans, I'd love to know your thoughts on the European campaign. Obviously, only one game left to play after tonight's game, and then Hearts will drop out of Europe, unfortunately. But hopefully, you guys do get, maybe do well and go again next season. I'm really, really wanting to see Scottish clubs start doing well in Europe. Every season, I look for it to see Scottish clubs get a run in Europe, and unfortunately, every year I seem to be disappointed. Apart from last year, Rangers doing okay, but yeah, I want to see more Scottish clubs doing well. I really do. I know that Scottish fans love the Scottish rivalry in the league, but for me, I really, really want to see Scottish football start making a bigger impact in all of European competitions. But I think we've got to be realistic. Scottish clubs need to start making the bigger impact in the UEFA Cup and Europa Conference League before they can seriously tackle making an impact on the Champions League. It's been great seeing two Scottish clubs in the Champions League this season, but just the financial gap has been clear to see, hasn't it, with the available strength in depth for the teams that they've been competing with. But this would be awesome tonight, guys, because this would be Hearts getting 2 wins on the board for Scottish clubs in Europe. And that's good, guys. Believe me, trust me, that is good because it can only be a positive for the coefficiency for Scottish football, which would be absolutely massive. So back to the comments, guys. Please, if you could, please do hit that like button and consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. Like I say, 81 minutes gone now. We're just coming at 82 minutes. 2-1. Hearts still pressing to get that third goal. Hopefully they get it. Just need now, with it getting late in the game, they need to keep it tight at the back and make sure that they don't throw this win away that they've worked really hard for to stay in a winning position. They arguably deserve to be 3-0 up. Some excellent, absolutely fantastic defending there from Hearts. I've got a comment. I'm not sure what player that was, guys, but absolutely fantastic defending there from Hearts. Really smart and confident defending is the word I would use. No panic. And the ball, the RFS attacking player was uh, just on the edge of the box, and I can't describe it exactly, but really calm defending from the Hearts defender to regain control of the ball and make sure that the RFS player went no further. Um, so Aaron, he's saying, yeah, I want to see Grealish shine at City. Absolutely, mate. Yeah, it would be good because he's one of them kind of players that you get the impression that he's not the kind of player that likes to be in the headlines. He just wants to get on with playing football, and them kind of players we want to see doing well. So yeah, hopefully Jack Grealish does improve at Manchester City. I know there've been some rumours about him potentially moving, but hopefully not just yet. Let's hope he can maybe turn things around for himself at Manchester City. So Hart's just kicking it out for a corner to RFS. Aaron Hart is saying we have had a couple bad results. Got beat by Kilmarnock, beat 9-0 by Celtic. So I understand where he's coming from. Hopefully, get a win on Saturday. Yeah. No, I get where he's coming from, but to be fair, mate, let's be honest. I mean, obviously 9-0, that's not good. That is not the kind of result you want to be talking. You want to be having connected with your club. I get that, but let's be honest. Come on, Dundee's Dundee United's club season is not going to be judged on what they do against Celtic and Rangers. Obviously, it will be when you concede that many goals. I get it's going to come into it because some fans will argue that conceding more goals, can potentially impact the season if it comes down to being in the relegation scrap or whatever. But you can still, with the way the Scottish League's structured, you can still avoid relegation anyway. But for me, like I say, I don't think you can read too much into Rangers and Celtic games. You guys are going to be judged over the season off the results with the other clubs in the league. Not too much on Rangers and Celtic. But yeah, I totally get what you mean. He's making a fair point with regards to that 9-0 defeat to Celtic, which is massively disappointing, especially considering how good you guys have been playing in previous seasons. Because I think you've had a good start to it, but now is the tricky part for Dundee United because you guys got to figure out how you get a balanced team and stay competitive. Because you've done the hard part of staying in the league. Now is the next hard part of figuring out how you start to build consistency and build a team that competes in that league uh, consistently so that you don't risk, dropping down into the championship again, which I don't think will happen. I think you guys still, you started building a good team. I think for me, from my point of view, I think you guys are still strong enough to stay up there in the Scottish Premiership. I've lost my place again. It's so annoying that. Right, let's see if we can catch up with some of these comments. Guys, if you're just joining us, please do hit that like button. Aaron Hart saying, "Yeah, to be honest, I don't like the press. United always get slated online after one loss. Another thing is every fan wishes on our downfall, and I don't see why they do everyone seems to hate Man United. Well, I don't think you're the only club to suffer from that, mate. I think clubs like Manchester United and I think Man City is starting to get a taste of that and all because one thing, obviously, I don't have no preference in the Premier League particularly, but I don't want to see. I don't want to see Man City keep winning the league consistently. So you could say I look to see Man City, sorry, dropping points. I like seeing them drop points, but only because they've set the barrier so high. So because they've set the barrier so high, they're making it hard for other clubs to reach that level. Because let's be honest, there's only so many points available in the league, guys. So there's only so many clubs that can reach that kind of altitude, shall we say, where you're picking up as much as 90 or 100 points in a season. There's only so many points available, so only so many clubs could potentially meet that crazy amount of points. So I've nothing against Man City. It's just obviously I want to see different clubs each season winning the league. So I understand where you're coming from because, like I say, I do have a little chuckle to myself when I see Man City drop points. But like I say, I think that's just one of them things that comes with it. It's part of the game. If you're a successful club and your club's got rich history, winning lots of titles, then other fans will want to see you struggle. They will enjoy seeing when your club is struggling and not doing as well. So I think that's just part and parcel of a part and parcel of being a successful club. The perfect example of that is Liverpool in Europe because they've had a lot of success in Europe. Clubs always, other fans of other clubs always like to see Liverpool struggling in Europe. So it's relevant to the point that you're making, mate. But yeah, absolutely, you're spot on. Unfortunately, there is a lot of fans in football that just love to hate. That's the reality of the game that we love, unfortunately. But yeah, absolutely. Thanks for that, Aaron. I appreciate your thoughts on that on Man United with regards to that. Guys, just update. We're just coming up to 90 minutes now, so it's still 2-1. RFS trying to pressure to get an equaliser. Oh, and it's they've just added an opportunity wide on the left-hand post, and that should be a free kick to Hearts. We release the pressure on them, and hopefully they can get forward and create a chance, another opportunity up the other end of the field to maybe they get that third goal and kill the game off, because that is exactly what they would do tonight. Looks like a decent attendance for Hearts tonight, which is, has to be given respect, considering there was nothing particularly except pride and a bit extra money in the pot to play for tonight, which obviously, like I say, good attendance from the Hearts fans for this game. I'm sure they're just buzzing. The Hearts fans just buzzing to want to see their team competing in European competition, which I totally understand because I enjoyed every moment of it and the brief time that my club had in Europe, which seems like a long time ago now, but I loved absolutely every minute of it. Unfortunately, I didn't like the league results around it because we had a really bad league season that in one of them European campaigns. I think it were both of them actually. But yeah, for football fans, it's always nice to see, no matter what, in it competing in Europe. Another opportunity saved for RFS. Obviously, the last 4 minutes added on, guys, and I think RFS have got a free kick here, so we'll just see what happens with this, guys, and then I'll come back. I'll come back to the comments. Apologies for yawning, guys. After a long day, sometimes it's hard to get. It gets me trying to stay focused and alert with this live streaming. But yeah, so yeah, guys, the ball came in and bit of a wasted opportunity. Oh, we've got a red card. So basically, wasted opportunity. The ball pinged back out. Obviously, it turned into a bit of a scrap for the ball just in midfield. And basically, Hearts have tried to regain, chasing the ball to regain the attack. And an RFS player has deliberately taken him out, and with what can only be described as taking him out. He had no chance of getting the ball. He's just chased after the Hearts defender, stuck a leg out, knowing that he's going to foul the player to just stop him, just basically stop him. Yep, blatant foul, red card, RFS player off, and nothing to complain about. To be fair, because he's nowhere near getting the ball. Absolutely nowhere near getting the ball. It was a laughable thingy, but maybe he's just trying to stop his player conceding another goal. So maybe with only a minute to go, maybe that secures the win for RFS. Sorry for Hearts with RFS now being a man down. That's going to make it more difficult for them to try and find that elusive equaliser that they was trying to look for. Uh, so just last 30 seconds, guys. I will. I'm fed up with this yawning stuff. Yeah, last 30 seconds, guys. I'll come to your comments in a minute, but obviously being so close to the end of the game now, just keep an eye on this last few seconds. And another foul for Hearts in their own area. So they're just basically looking to see this out now and make sure that they get the 3 points and the win. And like I say, big win for the club, even though they're not qualified even though they can't qualify for the next round. This win, according to what I looked at before, according to Google, this win gives Hearts an extra £500,000, €500,000 revenue for this win tonight. So, like I say, it's a massive win to help with Hearts getting a win on the board, and then and like I said, getting that extra revenue into the club. So full time whistle, guys. It's finished. Hearts 2, RFS 1. So fantastic win for Hearts. Unfortunately, they've got one game left, and they will be going out of the competition. But with the 2 wins that they've got in the group stages so far, like I said, that'll be a nice bonus to help with the finances at the club. And like I say, hopefully it gives them the experience to maybe get that hunger going to compete again in Europe next season, and get themselves motivated more in the league campaign, because like I say, they've not exactly been doing well recently. But like I say, good win for Hearts. Um, some good points to talk about, but like I say, the main thing is that they're going to go out of European competition with with some respectful points on the board. So that's about all we can say. It's a bit disappointing. Like I say, who wants to see? You want to see clubs competing to stay in the tournament competition right to the end. But unfortunately, with the way the group stage is structured, it can mean that some teams know they're out of it before the competition finishes, and there's still games to play. So, guys, back to your comments. Let's see what you guys are saying. Um, Pepsi LV. How's it going, mate? Great to see you in the chat. Apologies. Took me a while to get to your comments, but I appreciate you getting involved. 2-1. Yeah, absolutely. Finished 2-1. Thanks for that, mate. Appreciate it. Aaron Hart. Ronaldo 3. Come on. I'm taking it from Aaron that United have scored another goal. Let's quickly have a look, guys. Yep. So in the other games, guys, it's finished. Obviously, in the early kickoff, Arsenal losing away to PSV 2-0. United full time score is 3-0 against Sheriff. So good win for United tonight. In the other European Conference League game, if I can find it, in the Europa League or Europa Conference League, it's finished West Ham 1, Silkeborg 0. So a good win for West Ham as well tonight. Looks like apart from with the exception of Arsenal, guys, good wins right across the board tonight in European competitions for UK clubs. Thank you very much for that, Aaron, mate. Appreciated. Guys, please do like I say, if you could hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Love to hear from new fans as well in the chat. Like I say, we do a lot of these live streams to give you guys the chance to have your opinions heard and just to get building the fan den community. Aaron is saying, yeah, I'm an honest fan, but I do reckon we will probably be near relegation zone. We are so inconsistent. Don't see Europe happening. Well, like I said, mate, there's lots of football still to be played. So stay positive. Plenty to play for. Yeah, we're not even halfway through the season yet. So uh, you could still get a run up the table yet at this stage in the competition, mate. Definitely. But like I say, even if you can't get European football, I think at the moment for Dundee, Dundee United. Yeah, let me make sure I get that in. For Dundee United at the minute, I think the key thing is you guys just learning how to keep picking up the wins, picking up the results, and getting better at competing as a Scottish Premiership club. I think that's the main focus that you guys can be concentrated on right now. I know that's not very exciting for the fans, but maybe if you guys start learning how to be, a consistent team in Scottish Premiership, then maybe Dundee can try and do something in the domestic cup competitions. And like I said, if you can get into Europe, that would be a bonus, mate, at this stage. Because, like I say, you guys still quite new to the Scottish Premiership. You only been back in it a couple of seasons, so I think, in fairness, looking at it from a neutral point of view, I think it's just best for Dundee United fans to just remind themselves that you're still a reasonably new Premiership club, and like I say, the results are not going to be pulling up any trees all the time in the league. So maybe just concentrate on being a steady, consistent Premiership club. Keep trying to improve the squad and try and see if the club can try and achieve something in the Scottish Cup or the Scottish League Cup. But thank you very much for that, Aaron. Absolutely agree that it's a difficult season this season for Dundee United fans to watch. But like I say, mate, still plenty for you guys to play for. Um, as the season goes on. So yeah, uh, so I think that's about it for me now tonight, guys. Obviously, like I say, maybe I didn't pick the wrong stream, but I'm trying. I'm trying to get round the grounds and do different clubs and mix it up and give try and get round different clubs and like I say, as you can say, sometimes I do these live streams and I feel like I'm flowing better and I'm getting it better, and then there's other streams like tonight where I feel like I'm not flowing as well. So, like I say, it's important to keep doing these match watch alongs to help me get more practice and hopefully learn um, how to get better at hosting them, basically. So, yeah, thank you very much to every one of you guys that's come and got involved tonight. It's been really, really appreciated, and it's helped me keep the conversation going. So, that's always appreciated. We've had some good comments as well, and you guys have also helped me acquire a little bit more about Scottish football knowledge, which is always appreciated. And like I say, at least we've had, apart with the exception of Arsenal, we've had wins tonight for UK clubs. So it's been a reasonably good evening. So yeah, like I said, guys, please do consider hitting that like button. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Give us a chance. See if you like what the project is about. We're only just getting the momentum going, so there's lots more to come from Fandent in the future. And guys, please don't forget another live stream scheduled for tomorrow night, which hopefully will be a good debate. I've got quite a bit of information to share with you guys about that, and hopefully that will stimulate some good responses and info from you guys with what you know. But yeah, like I said, looking forward to that one tomorrow night to have a good talk about Manchester United, the Glazers, and what's going on with the finances at United and this crazy reported asking price coming from the Glazers to buy the club. So yeah, that will be discussed in more depth tomorrow night, guys. That's scheduled for 6 o'clock. So hopefully, if you're not doing anything, if you're not busy, hopefully you can join me on that stream because it would, like I say, I've got some information to share with you guys. But it would be also very good to hear what you guys have got to say about the whole situation at Manchester United and the ownership problems and the Glazers and the money and everything else that goes with it. So like I say, I'm looking forward to that because that's the kind of stuff I want to do more on the channel. And like I say, but at the minute, like I said, we're getting giving fans chance to find us. Very much focused on doing the live streams. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that tomorrow, and hopefully you guys come and get involved, and that will make it a really interesting stream, something a bit different to what we've been doing over the last 2 weeks. Um, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it, guys. Just read the final comment. I think from Aaron. Great stream, Gaz, mate. Enjoyed it. Thank you very much, Aaron. And your support has been fantastic as always, mate. Always appreciate you coming getting involved. Really, really top fan and a top fan then supporter. And like I said, can't thank you enough, mate. It's amazing the support you've been showing and really, really appreciate it. And like I said, hopefully you've enjoyed me at least trying to pick a Scottish football club to do a stream about. There'll be more. I'll get more done in the not too distant future. But obviously, maybe I didn't pick the right night, the right game to do tonight with Hearts mathematically out of it before the game kicked off. But even still, good to watch from a neutral point of view because it's helped me see a little bit of a club that I don't get much time to see all the time. So, like I said, thank you very much to all you guys coming getting involved. Really appreciated. Thanks for all the likes and the support and the excellent comments and debate that's been in the chat. And like I say, guys, hopefully you'll be able to join me tomorrow if you're not too busy. And if you are, hopefully you join. Hopefully I catch up with you on a stream at some point soon. But that's it from me for now, guys. Stay safe out there, and hopefully, like I say, I'll catch you on future streams. Bye for now. Take care.